Hi there. So today, the 17th of April, 2026, we have a new moon in Aries. So this is a particularly significant new moon because it's joining six, or actually eight other planets already sitting in Aries. So we already have sitting in Aries the Sun, Neptune, Saturn, Chiron, Mars, and Mercury. So there's already quite a few planets sitting there. It's plus three other planets that I don't actually work with. So there's something like nine planets all lined up in the same sign of the zodiac, which is something that does not happen very often. So when we see this a lineup like this, we have to realize that it has a lot of significance. It carries a lot of energy with it that is going to be sort of reflected or put down onto the or projected onto the earth plane that we're here to make use of. So Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. So the number one thing with all of these planets lined up in Aries is that it represents a new beginning, a new start, a rebirth, a new way forward, a new everything, because Aries is the first sign of, of the zodiac. So it's the sign of creation, the sign of the beginning, the sign of the pioneer. It's the I am energy. And so this is really important because it carries the positivity of all of that Aryan energy of taking charge, stepping up, speaking up, being sure of ourselves, being in our sovereignty, thinking for ourselves, pioneering new ways of being, all sorts of really positive stuff. But the back or the shadow side of that also is the fear that you're not good enough. So when Chiron's involved, the wounded healer, and especially when he's conjuncting these other powerful planets, it's kind of really bringing to the end an old story. So, we have to have endings to create new beginnings. So Chiron's currently in his last months in Aries. He's been there for nearly 7 years now, and so he'll be changing signs. So I think around about August. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure off the top of my head. So while he's involved here, it's a big sort of indication or opportunity for us to let go of the old narrative, of those old stories we've been telling ourselves, those old ways of being that which all they've done is actually inhibit you, hold you back, and not allow you to truly believe in yourself. So this is the year of the fire horse, the year of sovereignty, where the number one thing we all have to do this year is believe in ourselves and rely on ourselves and understand ourselves and align with ourselves. So this Aries energy, this huge lineup of planets right now, is our first step in this direction. This is where we get to create what we want moving forward. And Aries energy, ruled by Mars, is all about taking action. It's not about sitting back and planning things or wondering about things or deliberating on anything. It's about what do I want to take action on? And what you want to take action on is your highest dream, your highest ideal, what it is that you want just for you, not in a selfish way, not in a egotistical way, but simply because by developing this part of you or getting this thing that you're into off the ground, you're showing the world who you truly are. You're in alignment with your inner world and your outer world. So that's all really important. So that I am energy needs to be followed by I am good enough. No doubt there, no old stories or old wounds that, oh, I can't, I can't be that person because that person hurt me all this time ago, and I can't be successful here because that person told me I was a failure. That all has to go out the back door. We can't sort of start again if we're still carrying baggage from other lifetimes or other times in this lifetime forward. So, this is this energy of this clean slate, of this new beginning, of this open-ended thing for us all to put our energy into. So as we go through our lives and we everything is energy. And so because of this energy, the more positive energy you can be putting out at this time, the more self-belief, the more that you can focus on a world you want to live in, or a life you want to live, or a career you want to have, or a relationship that works for you. The more you focus on what works for you, the more you send a positive energy out to the world of accomplishment, of tenacity, of a goal, of something you want to achieve. But if you choose to sit back and feel sorry for yourself, or just be angry all the time, or even worse, be in fear of everything that's going on, then nothing's going to change around you and in your world. So it's like this is a golden opportunity to make a change in your own life. And you've got to do that by taking action and doing what works for you and what's really important for you over and above everything else. So one of the other things with this as well is because there's so much going on. And Mars, Mars rules Aries, and Mars is the planet of war. So as we can see, there's a lot of warring stuff going on in the world at the moment, and we need to take our energy out of this. We need to observe and not absorb all of that's going on. So with all of that stuff that's going on out there, it's almost like that's lots and lots of noise. It's loud, it's in your face, it's conflicting, it's confronting, it's all of those things, and it's loud, and we've got to turn that volume down. And if you can't turn that volume down, then you've got to be able to find a mute button, which means that a space within yourself where that doesn't affect you. So whether that's when you're in nature, you're out walking in the forest or by a lake or at the sea, and when you're there and in that energy, nothing affects you. You're happy, everything's perfect. Or it could be a memory, or it could be a vision, or something within your mind that whenever you go to that space, you always feel peaceful, you always feel quiet, you always feel like everything's going to be okay. So it's really important that everybody finds that place, whatever it might be, and everyone's will be different, whether it's meditation, whether it's, just sleeping, whatever it might be. But whatever brings you peace and whatever allows you very quickly to come back to yourself, to come back to that peaceful, loving, trusting place within you, that's what you really need to work on as well. Because like all of that noise is so distracting and it constantly wants to pull us into its energy and look, he's done that and look, they did that. And yes, that's all going on and we can't ignore it, but we don't have to add to it by putting our energy there. So, use this amazing lineup of planets sitting in Aries to take action on your dreams, to make what you want real. But at the same time, be aware that this is a very volatile energy and things will be a bit chaotic around the world, probably for the rest of this month in particular. But really, this whole time of these planets in Aries is going to take us through most of most of April. And another thing to be aware of now is that all the planets until the 26th of May or something like that are all in direct motion. So what that means is that every planet that we work with or that is influencing us on the Earth plane is in its power. It's in direct motion, so it's all active. It's all, giving us energy. It's not retrospective. It's not about thinking or what we should be doing or reassessing or revisiting things. It's all about taking action, and it's push, push, push. And of course, we've got to be careful because we don't want to take action that's not fully aligned with you. So, with Aries energy is all about taking action. It doesn't do due diligence very well. It's all about let's get on with it and get it done. So we've got that, which is good because it gets us out of our complacency and out of our apathy and makes us take action on things that we need to take action on. But also you've got to be careful that you don't overreact. You don't get overly angry, overly volatile, overly reactive to anything that's going on, because it can be very easy to be triggered with all of this energy that's coming at us at the moment. So just find that peaceful place within you, and at the same time start looking and working on and taking action on what it is that you want. That dream that you've had while Saturn and Neptune were in Pisces and we were creating that dream and that wondering of what you would really like in a beautiful world that you live in, now is the time to take action on that. And you might feel a little bit limited by that because Saturn's involved, and Saturn always brings a bit of restriction. But the restriction that he brings is to make sure that whatever you're creating and working on is going to work. It's going to have purpose. It's going to have foundations. It's going to have structure. So we're not just going off on some harebrained scheme now going, I'm just going to make this happen. You've got to have some structure within that. You've got the dream and you need to make the dream a reality. And the only way to do that is to create solid foundations and a structure that you can work through and with. So be very aware of this energy because it will, be aware of your words, be aware of your actions, and be very aware of your triggers. Because when Aries energy is involved, it's reaction time. It's not, oh, maybe they didn't mean that and I need to go away and think about it. It's like, you just said that and now you're going to get my reaction to it. So pick your battles. Be aware of what's worth fighting for and standing up for and what you can just take a back seat to. But most of all, make your priority your dreams, your ideas, whatever it is you want to see happen, the world you want to live in. Now is your time to create that. We've got the blank page in front of us and now we get to fill it. So enjoy this new moon energy. Set your intentions moving forward for getting your dreams and ideals off the ground, but also for being the best version of yourself you can possibly be. It's about stepping up to be the true you, the aligned you, the sovereign you, the critical thinking you, the you that you really want to be. Now is the time to do that. So set those intentions, put it out there and make it happen. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye.